I would like to recognize Katie Winchester, who was in the back playing piano for us. Also plays violin, but I'd like to recognize her for her piano playing. All right, so now you have to listen to me talk about important information. So I'll try to go quickly, but it's important information, so parents, I hope you're listening. It's going to be information that will help explain kind of how this program works, how the school year is going to go, things that you need to know. So first and foremost, obviously, congrats to all of our students. They've worked really hard. This is the first year we've ever done a concert in the first full month of school. And I'd say they're doing pretty well for 1 month of school. While we're up for recognizing people, I know we've already done it, but I would like to take one more opportunity for it. I'd like to give another shout out to Miss Bezzetta for all of her help tonight. I'd also like to specifically thank Miss Cindy Ridgenera because she did a lot of work as well trying to get all of this prepared. But to all of our parents, all of our students want to say thank you, and we appreciate everything you have done for us. All right, so just a couple of things real fast. Also, we would like to thank our Four Rivers crew that came out to help us. They're still trying to work, but thank you to our Four Rivers crew that came out tonight. All right, so first of all, as far as grades go, parents, I don't want to say that I'm the easiest teacher in the world, but pretty much if you do what you're supposed to do, you are going to do well in this class, okay? Participation is the key. These students have to be involved. They have to be doing what is asked of them on a daily basis. We do scale tests and playing tests and things like that, but it's based on their participation in events like tonight, which is a required grade. It's a co-curricular class. So all of that is incredibly important. We do have homework, such as practice logs, which students are notorious for saying, oops, I forgot. Yeah, that has to happen. See, to do anything well in life, you have to work at it repeatedly. And by repeatedly, you have to do it a lot. tens of thousands of hours. So for our students to succeed, they need to be practicing all of the time. And this fictitious teenage belief that you can magically pick up a student and do, or an instrument and do well, that's a lie. You have to work at it. So most of your students will get practice logs actually in the coming weeks in preparation for our next concert. All of those practice logs are done through Charms. So if you could keep an eye on your students, they just have to submit it, they have to do the work. Okay, so participation is the key. We are on a point system for grades, so everything is based on total points earned, and that's how we do it. Okay. As far as class needs, they should have already addressed this with you, but they need to be able to have journals every day in class. It's part of our reading and writing element, and in keeping track of what they're doing. We also have Dropbox that they have to have access to for uploading and downloading files that we go over. They listen to recordings of our own playing all of the time to self-critique, which is incredibly important, and sometimes very eye-opening at times. We also have Remind 101 that we use, and Charms for information and progress, practice logs. Okay. Uniforms, we have a variety of things that we wear. As you can see tonight, we wore our program shirts, which thankfully came in just in time. Our next concert, we actually do Concert Black with Halloween festivities because it is a Halloween-themed concert. Of course, all of the time it's within dress code, and you will be sent home if it's not in dress code, which means you aren't participating, which means you don't get that grade, which means you're in a slight difficult situation as far as grades are concerned. So we also do our winter accessories for our winter concert, and we have formal attire. That formal attire is what we were talking about, where Ms. Francis is going to need help from parents to help with hemming and alterations. So we do have that for our formal events such as MPA. As far as contact, I'll tell you right now, my job's based on making noise. So a noise-making device such as a phone, I don't hear, nor do I have it on me. And if you've ever been in the orchestra room, you know it's pretty tight. I can't get to the phone quick enough. Okay? Any of the faculty and admin on campus would even say that it's impossible to get a hold of me on the phone. It's just difficult because of the nature of what we do in our classroom. Okay, I don't sit at the desk, I'm moving around all of the time. So the easiest way to reach me is through email. And I will respond back to you at email. I have a personal philosophy of getting back to you as soon as possible, and I try to stay within that 48-hour window that OCPS requires, and usually I do it within a couple hours. Most of your kids can even attest to this, but if they send me an email because they have a question, I will respond and help them out. I'm really big about communication. I realize life happens. Okay, things come up and we have to work through our hurdles and sometimes figure out a solution together. But if you communicate, that's what's going to help you and make this work. Because I'm unfortunately not a mind reader, and if I were, I would have won the lottery by now, and then maybe we would have a music arts building. But at the moment, I have not figured out how to mind read, so I need you to communicate, okay? Email is the best way to do that. It's my first name dot last name. I know it's kind of hard to see. My first name is Stacy, spelled with an I, very different, and then my last name, Conkling, and it's at ocps.net. So you can reach me at any time via email, okay? Use of Charms, again, just to emphasize the importance of this, is where we get all of our information, our mailouts, as well as practice logs and things like that. Calendar events, all of those things are there, so please check that out. The other thing that I just want to mention is our goal for this year. We've had a goal every year since I've come in. This year in particular, our goal is positive success. Okay? It is incredibly important that our students are successful. It's also important that they see that success in a positive light. If you walk by the orchestra room, or you've seen the picture in the in-tune or heard your students talk about it, we have doors that are beautifully decorated going into the room that have all sorts of adjectives that describe good character and good positive ways of handling things. Okay, so it says be a TCO, and that means to be positive, to be caring, to be hardworking, to be confident, to be helpful, all of those types of things. So positive success is our goal this year, and we hope that you can help us reach that goal. Okay. As far as upcoming events, you can see in our calendar on the slideshow, you can see it on our website. This is a list of all of our stuff. The most immediate concern is our all-county auditions, which will be next Monday. The students have been scheduled for that. We have a record number of students auditioning for all-county this year. I'm really not sure how I'm going to sit through all of the auditions. There are over 40 auditions this year. Last year, I think we had 22. So that's a massive improvement. I'm really excited about representing our school at the county level, so that's really exciting. You can see all the other dates up here. I want to go ahead and get to music, so I'm going to kind of let you find that information, but it is available in multiple avenues for you. We also have the TCO Philharmonic, which, if you've heard, we have a full symphony orchestra. We in the past have just always called it full symphony orchestra. We have rebranded it this year. It is now called TCO Philharmonic. And Angie's going to talk about it for just a second.
No, I can't. Okay, we're going to be starting preparations for our winter concert, which is December 9th. And for that concert, we're having our TCO Philharmonic, which is including people from multiple different classes, from symphony, concert, from band classes. So the rehearsals are going to be starting on Monday, and choir. And rehearsals are going to be starting on November 3rd from 2:30 to 5 o'clock. And it's going to be every Monday for November up until our concert. So, yeah.
So that's the TCO Philharmonic. It is for our symphony and concert students, and we have band students, choir students. This is one of the opportunities that we have, along with musical theater, to showcase all of our department performing arts groups that we have. It's a really unique opportunity, and it's a lot of fun, so you should make sure that you're there for that. Obviously, students have to be at those rehearsals to be involved. Symphony, it is required, but you know that. So, all right, one last thing, a couple of announcements. First and foremost, we have a very special situation that occurred. Actually, we have a couple of them. But first and foremost, this summer I applied to a grant with Orange County. And we were very, very fortunate. We were awarded that grant for the program. And with that grant, we were able to purchase some music, which we desperately need. That music is going to be used for our MPA, which is our music performance assessment. It gives our students an opportunity to be able to get new music, to have an opportunity to have great literature available to them, which is phenomenal. And we were really, really lucky. So I'd like to just give a round of applause for being able to be awarded a grant, which is pretty amazing. And that grant was received from Orange County's Top Talent Arts Education. So we were very, very fortunate. We also have another really big announcement. We are incredibly fortunate. If you've ever seen our room, it's very tight, and we don't have a lot of space for a lot of different things. We are a growing program, which is a significant problem, but it's a good problem. That being said, we have nowhere to put our instruments right now, at least to put all of them safely. We're working on it, and we have a system that currently works. But we're really, really fortunate because in the next month, our program will be receiving all new, custom designed, individual lockers for every single student, violin through bass. Everyone will have a locked locker. The cellos, I think, are the most excited.